Here's an idea, Emily, or anybody who thinks who've just moved into a haunted house. Sell the bloody house straight away.
100%.
Book over.
Yeah, book over. Stunning, shocking, terrifying. Sarah Pinborough at her mind-bending best. All words used by our author's peers to describe the newest, horrific, thrilling, stomach-turning, toe-curling sensation. Or so they say. What do they know, right? Lisa Jewell, John Mars, they're only best-selling authors. We don't care about any of that. We have better qualifications than best-selling books. We have eyes and brains, and we are not easily satisfied.
Stunning,
Shocking,
toe-curling.
terrifying.
I must have read the wrong book.
John Mars literally said,
Pause this video right now. Go and read We Live Here Now by
Sarah Pinborough. And when you've read it, you can join us for the discussion.
Or you can join us anyway because we're going to tell you all about it. My name's Elijah.
And I'm Joseph, and welcome to the Icha Library.
But yeah, those words I would not be using for this book.
You're generous, isn't it?
Extraordinarily generous. How about
That's charity.
boring, sleepy, confusing?
It was a very slow start as well.
Yeah. One thing I will say, actually, I'm not even going to say it. What did you actually think of the book, though?
It was a very slow start. I thought the premise, because I always read the blurb before I read the book, and the premise had potential, but it was incredible.
The premise, I rubbed my eyes. I said,
Did you actually?
Not for one of these.
No, I know why you thought that.
Houses,
yeah, I know why you thought
strange
that.
thing happening.
And
Not
the woman,
again.
Woman feels like she's alone. No one believes her, sort of thing.
How many times are we going to get? How many times are we going to do this? Do people actually like this?
They must do. Another one. They must do. They must do.
Yeah, let's get into it then.
You
can go first.
4, yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Let me just say that I'm expecting a lot from Sarah Pinborough. If the last book we read from her was any indication, then this one is going to prove whether she's a good writer or not. Behind Her Eyes was good, better than good in fact, but it still had its problems. And a lot of people feel like Sarah's writing was carried by the shock factor towards the end. This is your chance to silence the haters, or to prove them right. And obviously, you know, when we write these notes, obviously we write them as we're reading them, etc., etc. But retrospectively, Sarah, you know what you did. You know which one you did.
Yeah, no, Behind Her Eyes was so much better than this, even without the shock factor. I mean, not even taking into consideration any shock factors, you know, it was just interesting. This one was just not. But
she picked the whole, like you said, the whole haunted house template, which has been done to death.
Yeah. When we're stuck in one location, it really does make the story feel boring.
That's something you said in so many of our videos. I can't even, and they ain't got it yet. They've not got the message yet.
The easiest way to make a story interesting is globetrotting. I mean, we don't even have to globetrot. Just at least go somewhere
else, man. Go somewhere else, man. Leave the house.
Not just dialogue. Jesus Christ. This book had me rolling my eyes more than a prostitute in a brothel. We've had the stereotypical haunted country house. Jesus Christ.
I got that late as well.
We had the stereotypical haunted country house, books jumping out of the bookcases, windows opening and shutting of their own accord. Emily even goes to find the previous owner of the house, who is, of course, a senile old woman who just talks in a cryptic manner, but seems to give just the amount of information to point Emily in the right direction. Not to mention, of course, Emily is the only one who's noticing the seemingly weird things happening. Is she going crazy? She doesn't know, because she coincidentally happens to have the perfect illness, so she doesn't know if she's hallucinating or not. I think she had sepsis.
Sepsis, yeah, that's what it was.
Here's an idea, Emily, or anybody who thinks who've just moved into a haunted house. Sell the bloody house straight away. 100%. Book over.
Yeah, book over, for sure.
So if you were Sarah Pinborough, an acclaimed author, wouldn't you try to mix it up a bit instead of writing the same haunted house book that's probably been written from the beginning of time? You think she doesn't know that there's 1,000 other books like this? Can you imagine? I started to fear that the husband Freddie was fucking with Emily, and making her go insane to get back at her because she had a drunken one-night stand with her boss. I mean, it happens. Let it go, right? But yeah, that's what I thought the story was going. I was thinking, oh, not again, because we've had...
That would have been better, though.
Yeah, but we've had that book
We've had
so
it
much times now.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
much times we've had it. You know, so it's just like, is there nothing new? If you're Sarah Pinborough and you're riding off the high of
That's what I was about
the
to say.
last
She's running
book.
off the high.
You're riding off the high. All you got to do is one more book to knock it out the park. Just one more good one.
Bro,
She didn't
do a
get this
sequel.
book. There's no way she wrote this book and thought, yeah, this is it. There's no way.
She's done a sequel to Behind Her Eyes. What the hell? But
Even that.
yeah,
That would be hard to pull off, though.
well,
I mean, yeah, you,
why are you in this business, bro? Why are you actually in this industry if you're scared of like hard to write
Sequels.
books or whatever?
Yeah, you can't be scared. You can't be
films
scared of
that.
sequels.
Like, do you know what I mean?
That's
You
your
know,
job.
you write a killer book. You know, the next thing they're gonna say to you is, "When's the next one coming
Yeah,
out?"
that's
You
true.
know that question's
That's
coming.
true.
So
Imagine being scared of writing sequels. There are authors that don't write sequels at all, though, isn't there?
I'm sure there must
There
be. I
are.
don't
There's
know if
definitely
any.
no. There's definitely authors that. Oh,
Well, they
you know
don't
there is.
write series.
You
They
know
don't
there
write,
is.
like, series.
You know there is. I'm
What?
thinking of the person who's the producer or director of Inception and all these other book films.
Oh,
He just
was it Christopher Nolan?
yeah, he doesn't do sequels. That's why
Fair
there won't be an Inception sequel. Won't be some of these other.
He did like Batman sequels, but I guess that's like its own thing.
He
innit?
wasn't. He was really upset about that.
Was he?
apparently. Yeah. That's
Okay,
what-
I've never heard
he
that.
was
That's crazy.
Yeah. He.
How can you be upset? It's Batman. You know there's going to be more Batman movies.
That's
though.
why.
Yeah, that's such a
That's
weird
why.
thing to
He was
do.
just
But
like, I don't
I
do
get
this.
that because like Tenet obviously is no sequel,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Inception no sequel,
Yeah.
so it doesn't make sense. But it's like, how can you be upset it's a Batman sequel? You know they're
So
going to
if
farm
man's getting
this shit
upset
forever.
that you're getting paid some more money
do you know
to
what I
do
mean?
the same
To
thing
do the
again.
same thing again. It's like,
See, some of these rich people,
Bro,
it's not about the
first world
money, it's
problems.
principle. They give away your money then.
exactly, but they don't.
Yeah, of course not.
I'm not exactly sure what to expect from this book. Last time, Sarah randomly introduced something supernatural out of the blue, and that goes to show one thing. She doesn't play by the rules. When Emily wakes up from a coma after an accident, she agrees with her husband Freddie that a fresh start is exactly what their marriage needs. To that end, they move away from London to a cottage called Larkin Lodge in Dartmoor, in Devon. While Freddie attempts to secure a permanent professional move down to Devon, Emily is left in the house by herself a lot. During this time, books fly off the shelves, floors creak, spooky noises come out of bedrooms, and Emily doesn't know what to do with herself. Is this something supernatural, or is Emily the victim of a scheme? Because it doesn't take much for somebody to want to leave a house.
Yeah.
Me, all it takes is one big spider and I'm burning the whole street down. So the fact that there's books jumping off shelves,
Yeah.
you know,
All
noises
sorts of
coming,
ways of-
and you haven't thought to just leave the
Exactly.
house.
Exactly.
Ridiculous, ridiculous.
Also, did that ever get tied up in the end in terms of what happened with the cliff and her accident and stuff like that? Because I think that was a plot hole that they didn't actually get tied up because they kept hinting that the husband pushed her off and this, that, and the
Yeah.
other, but it was never made clear. Which I actually just remembered.
Maybe
right
she was like, it's for you to decide what the
Oh.
ending is. Like, you can't, this 2025, love, you can't do that.
So Emily's two separate neighbours on either side of her house, Kat and Mark, are cheating on their partners with each other. Emily catches them in the act and takes a video, obviously to show their respective partners. Has she broken the law by taking a video of that? It's effectively revenge porn, right?
That is a very interesting question. What did I just say? What did I just say? I would never think to ask that in my life. Like, what did I just say?
Do you think she's broken the law by doing that?
I was gonna say, not only is she broken the law, she's also a bad neighbor. Like, what the hell?
Wait, they're the bad neighbours. They're having sex outside her house.
I don't know.
In the dark.
Listen, look, I don't care. It's like you see, like, mind your business. If you see me, no, you didn't. That's it. That is
yes,
actually it.
In the UK, it's against the law to record a private or sexual image or video of somebody without their knowledge or consent.
Yeah.
So yes, Emily broke the law. The book reads, "Fuck me harder," Kat says, while Mark is pumping inside her erratically. Don't you just hate when women say that shit? Fuck me harder. I am, goddammit!
No. I run out of
I'll
ding-a-ling.
ruin the whole mood with that.
Yeah, I run out of
I am,
ding-a-ling, bro.
Stupid bitch. Talk.
Ain't
But
got
yeah.
no more ding-a-ling, bro. It's done.
But yeah, if you were Kat's husband and Emily comes to you with the damning footage where your wife is saying to Mark, "Fuck me harder," are you going to watch it?
You already know that. You already know. Obviously, I wouldn't have put it on, to be fair, but it's like...
Wait, you're not going to watch it?
No.
You're just going to take her word for it and say, all right, well, I've got to break up with my wife now. What not?
No, I mean, I wouldn't watch it to completion. That's what I mean. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, might as well get my... No, let's not do that.
Oh, the next question was, what if you get hard?
That's, boy, that's...
What if your best friend comes to you with the footage and he's rock hard? Would you be angry with him? Would you tell him to delete it?
You got loads of issues to deal with. There. You got loads to unpack there. You got you might have to just burn your whole life down, just move somewhere else, bro. There's no point fixing that. It's a whole hot mess.
So yeah, okay, blackmail. I didn't see that coming. This boring book has finally warmed up. One thing we always say on this channel is, if you're getting blackmailed because of your innocent infidelity,
bite the bullet. Especially infidelity, bite the bullet.
Because of your innocent infidelity, just come clean. If she loves you, she'll forgive you. But yeah, the worst thing you can do is pay up, right? We say that, but is it true?
We say that. I don't know if... I think it's true from my perspective, obviously. But then I also say, in the moment, it's easy to say stuff now. You know, we're sitting here in this warm room, these comfy chairs.
Most blackmailers, or people who blackmail, are not seasoned blackmailers. And it's somebody who's found themselves in an opportunity and they just want a little bit of money.
Exactly.
So
or they want something.
So most people, surely, are just going to take the money and run, and you're going to be in the clear, right?
You think that. But it's like, if you're thinking like
they're not going to bleed you dry.
Well, surely. They don't think they do. They don't think they're going to, and they don't plan on bleeding you dry. But at the end of the day, listen. Let's say you got a baby mom. You got a baby mom who wants some money or whatever here. You just think, I just need £200 to get out. And you're thinking, well, I just need a little. Like, I'm telling you, people take things too far. There's been people that have started stealing money at work for whatever. Oh, I just need a little bit of, and then they get away with it, and they're thinking, oh, I could take a little bit more.
I feel like if I was going to get blackmailed, I'd rather get blackmailed by a man than a woman.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
A woman's definitely going to bleed you dry. So I just need this.
I know what you mean.
I wanted a takeaway. So
I know what you mean.
I couldn't, the man might just say, you know what, he's got kids and, he's got his own shit going on.
I know what you mean.
A woman will say, I'm on period, I'm not going to work, but I'll just...
Oh yes,
see what I'm saying? I'm not really feeling
stuff like that. Yeah,
rinse you more.
It's 100%. Tough though, because a man will be better at blackmailing. He's gonna be tight with his shit though. His shit's gonna be tight.
And if you don't pay up, he might just fuck you up.
Yeah. His shit's gonna be tight. Like he's not gonna make no mistakes, no errors, nothing.
Yeah.
Like with a woman, you might be able to I don't know, you might.
But then again, with a woman, you might be able to
charm her up somehow, pattern it, whatever. Come to her yard. Whatever, but no, it's not going to be good either way. But either way, I just pray I have the strength and fortitude to just bite the bullet and just whatever I did, just stand on business with it.
Well, I don't do anything wrong, so I ain't got to worry about that.
Man's wishing back. He's wishing it on himself. Sarah is playing psychological games with us. The house is a secret. Emily has a secret. Freddie has a secret. I know what you're trying to do, Sarah. You're trying to mind rape us. Is what she's trying to do. So everybody had a secret. The house, the books are jumping off the walls. Freddie was like, what did Freddie say? He said, as long as Emily doesn't find out. And the chapter ended there. I said, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to suspense and inshallah. You're trying to put the suspense in the bag and that's it. And while it can be entertaining to read it, when you're looking at it from an analytical perspective, I'm like, this is...
Entertaining isn't a word that I would have used to describe this book.
Fair enough.
I found a lot of it boring, and I didn't even care what happened. That's where I was. The only thing that got interested was the blackmailing. And you make it seem like I'm just interested in infidelity, but that is just. I mean, everybody.
No, of course, it's in all the dramas everywhere, forever. So
I'd say it's not enough.
That's why I say it, because you make statements like that. That's why. You triple down. You dead us triple down. You want to be known as if you're my interest, if you're my attention.
Oh gosh. What is this Raven shit about? Does Sarah Pinborough think that she's cooking with the excerpts from the Raven?
She's Edgar Allan Poe for real.
I personally didn't hate it. But she tried to do something creative. I'm not going to knock her for something doing something different, even if I didn't 100% appreciate it. I also personally felt like the ending was rushed. For example, how Freddie found out that his wife got fucked by her drunken boss one night by going through her emails. Technology seems to be the only way that people get caught cheating. Did nobody ever get caught cheating before technology was invented? But yeah, you can say what you want about Sarah Pinborough, but she does know how to write an ending twist. One that you absolutely not see coming, and boy did she deliver. After Freddie confronts his wife for her nefarious behaviour, he accidentally stabs her to death. Now this I initially thought immediately ruined the book, but I was wrong. Cut a long story short, Freddie brings her back to life. The problem is they were the ones that are trapped in the attic, and it was the good side of them that was left in their actual bodies in the real world. And I'll be honest. And well, no, it's a good twist. I thought it's a good twist, and I thought it was a clever ending. And I'll be honest, I didn't give this book a fair chance. I really did write it off before it even started, and it wasn't that bad, which says a lot. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, not that bad. The bar is in hell then.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't great at all. Didn't enjoy it. Didn't like it. Don't know what was the point of it.
Damn.
I think the twist. The twist was very good.
The twist
was very good though.
Would you say the twist was the only good thing about it?
Pretty much, yeah. But the twist was very good. I wouldn't have seen that coming. If you'd asked me 1,000 ways to guess it, how it ended, I wouldn't have seen that. Yeah, I wouldn't have seen that.
Does Sarah Pinborough think she is Edgar Allan Poe, the original king of dark and creepy writing? It seems like she's in her bag. We're getting chapters from the perspective of a raven. And it's innovative and unexpected. I can see how somebody might love something like this, but
I don't think anybody loved that.
I can see how somebody might.
I can see how
somebody might.
I think somebody might have appreciated it, but she didn't tie it into anything. She tied it into. Obviously, we know that. No, she didn't tie it into the end or anything like that. There wasn't any explained reason why we were seeing a point of view from a raven, and yeah, it was just weird. It was just weird. His mates that he. Lived his whole life with, and she came back to life, and it's like, what?
Yeah, it's just classic. It's classic, dark and creepy writing. But I didn't like it, but I can see how somebody might like it. It's like you said, like she was at least trying to do something creative.
Yeah. And but the problem is, do something creative and try something, but don't think you're cooking. And she thought she was cooking.
She said, "Let me cook. Let me cook." She literally said, "Sit down, let me cook."
She thought she was cooking.
You know when you can almost see them in their study, right? Yeah,
like she was trying to do too much,
put the fries in the bag, man.
Oh gosh. So yeah, what would you say out of 5?
Do you know what? It's weird. The more we do these, it's like where a story's supposed to fall based on the pre-established scale that we have already established. Do you know what I mean? Cause
no, I don't know what you mean.
We have a scale.
You said words. And I don't know what you said.
We have a scale out of 5, and it's like already know where a book is supposed. Like when you've read it, you know where a book is supposed to fall. Like even like just forget what you feel about it. Like this can't be more than a 2.
Oh yeah, I would.
Do you see what I'm saying?
If not for the twist,
yeah. Thank
0.
You.
If not for the twist, 0.
Do you see how we're seeing elements of the book and we're like, yeah, that's the good part, that's the bad part. This is where it lets down. This is why it was bad. That's what moved it up from a 1 to a 2. So we've slowly become better at this stupid out of 5 scale that I never liked in the first place. But I think 2 is probably generous.
2 is too generous.
You think so? 1.
2 is too generous. It took me too long to say that.
So 1, you saying 1?
Yeah, no, I'm saying a 1.
1?
I'm saying a 1. I'm giving it a 1 because of the twist. If not for the twist...
So yes, 0.
0.
So she's really let you down from behind her eyes, isn't it?
0. And then also, you know what? With the twist, even with the twist, we're doing random supernatural stuff that wasn't really in the book as well.
Yeah,
this book was a
but
book.
Remember, Behind Her Eyes was like that as well.
Yeah, no, I know exactly. Behind Her Eyes was worse. This was more hints of the supernatural.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm gonna stick with 2. Even though it's probably too generous. You're probably right. But I'm gonna stick with 2.
all right.
But even so, it is what it is. Like I expected a lot more from Sarah Pinborough just because you do mind with them.
I don't think anybody in their right mind could possibly even think that this is a 5-star book. Because you're gonna go on good reasons. People say 5 stars. She's done it again.
Them bots. She's done it again. Yeah, for sure.
There's no way. No one could ever think that this is a 5-star book,
except for the best-selling authors that we just read the comments of. Them lot. But who knows? They could get paid.
Really and truly, we should write off Lisa Jewell. And John Mars.
John Mars as well.
Whoever said, they was
I wrote Lisa Jewell off already, but John Mars.
She's got a new book coming out either the end of this month or the start of next month. I think it's the 20th of next month.
Papier Toilet, straight away, just from my comments on this.
But the thing is, Lisa Jewell's probably written the best book out of all of them.
What was Lisa Jewell's one that we read? Was it the second one that we even did on the channel? Her first one.
There She Lies.
Don't remember, mate.
It was like, I can't remember what it was, but I know it's...
Was it the one with the birthday twins?
Yeah.
Cool.
What
It
was
wasn't There
that?
She Lies. It was something else.
What Lies Between Us?
Was it
No,
What Lies Between
no,
Us?
no,
It wasn't What Lies Between Us.
Please.
That wasn't
I've
Mr.
seen
Jill, though.
the book. I can see the book in front of me. I just gotta wait. So
You can't see it in front of you.
Alright, cool. Let's end the quote of the day.
All right.
I'll go first. Do you want to go first?
I thought you were going first as
Do you
well.
wanna go
I was
first?
waiting for- okay.
I'll go first. Quote of the day: keep your face to the sunshine, and you cannot see a shadow. I would have definitely worded it differently, but
I'm trying to work out what it means. Hold on. Keep your face to the sunshine, and you'll never see a shadow.
that's what it should have said.
Wait, what did you actually say?
I'm gonna say what you said because that's better.
What? No, say what you said originally. 'cause I
Keep
want-
your face to the sunshine, and you cannot see a shadow.
Is that what the original?
That's the original.
And what did I say?
You said keep your face to the sunshine, and you will never see a shadow.
Oh, okay.
Yours sounds more quirky.
It does sound more.
But you
quirky.
seriously don't know what this means.
I mean, I know what I think it means, but tell me what it means.
Well, I can only tell you what I think it means.
Yeah, go for it.
Head to the light. Think positive.
I suppose.
You know, don't worry about the negatives. So yeah, it's better than your quote. Now let's end.
Already. Quote of the day. I told my wife she should embrace her mistakes, and she hugged me.
You know what? I thought it was good, and then it got better, and then it got rubbish.
Ah,
No,
I was waiting for the pen to drop.
Clown boy again, yeah. What are you funny man, yeah?
Listen, look, I want to leave the people, or sorry, person, with you know, a little something light to.
Fair enough. Well, after reading this book, you know,
Oh yeah,
they're gonna need
it.
it.
For sure. Yeah, you're gonna need it. It might not be enough.
All right. Till next time.
Till next time.